All right, we'll count it down in three, two, and one. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back, everyone. It is episode 281 of This is the G Podcast. What's going on? What's up? What's up? And this is a very special collaborative episode. Actually, this episode is going to air on This is the G Podcast and the You Need to Know podcast. And I'm absolutely thrilled, man. I'm a little nervous because, I, I feel like I grew up at Troy, and I kind of grew up with these folks. So I got to say hello to Troy legends Freddie Thomas and his amazing wife Deborah. Hello, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can I say Debo once? Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it anymore. I promise.
Hey, as much as you need to.
I don't think she's going to agree with you on that, man. But
It's all good. It's all good.
some of you know because I've been teasing it on the G podcast that Castropolis Podcast Network is teaming up. That includes Velvet Frequency Radio and the You Need to Know podcast with the Tailgaters, Trojan Tailgaters this year. And I'm really proud to say we're sponsoring it. We're involved. The annual scholarship ball is happening, and that is happening this year. It's Halloween weekend. So you got Halloween on Friday,
Yeah.
homecoming on Saturday, which is November 1st. And I just felt, and I appreciate you, Freddie, for taking the time. The board, thank you for taking the time, because this is like the beginning of college football weekend. As
Absolutely.
we tape today, I spent all day watching games and
Yeah.
some last night. So the timing is perfect for it. It's the beginning of college football season. And I'm just going to jump right into it. Freddie, for the folks in our audience who might not know what the Trojan tailgaters do and who they are, can you give me some insight? Give us some insight.
Sure. Trojan Tailgaters, we began about right at 30 years ago this year. Some of our old football players, there's about 10 of us and our wives, and it all began, what we would say on the quad, outside of the quad. It's where Ted Horstad, myself, and a few others, and Deborah and a few others, we all came together just to start tailgating. And this was a way of us getting together, having fun, and also giving back. And it all started, like I say, in front of the stadium. And it was just a way of us to just have fun, enjoy a ball game, and do some food, drinks, and just meet old people. So that's how the tailgaters became into existence. And now, man, we're just we're growing by leaps and bounds, and we're so proud of that. And our main purpose is to give back in the form of scholarships.
Excellent. I love a good, origin story. And either one of you can get into this. What was the thing that said we need to make this an organization? Either one of you can answer that.
You can
I'll go at it. I am a member of the Troy University Alumni Board of Directors, and we were tailgating, and it's at one of my first meetings with those guys. We went around, we introduced ourselves. I said, "Hey, we do some tailgating. It's a small scale, but we're looking to grow it." And at that time, uh, Jerry Williams indicated, "Hey," he said, "Well, y'all become a chapter." And in 2015, our chapter was chartered with 38 charter members, and we became Trojan Tailgaters. That they're officially a university chapter, and today we're still going strong. I would say that we have one of the better chapters and tailgates and all of that good stuff that comes about when it when we look at giving back to the university, and that's one of the things that we have done. And to this date, our board of directors are always interested in, hey, what tailgaters are doing this week.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
to piggyback on that, we also have a unique chapter in that, unlike a lot of the other chapters, they are located in a city. Our chapter is unique because we bring in alumni and friends, over the, United States, wherever they are. And so they have that opportunity to, participate as well. So you don't have to be local because, you think about the cities, there might be one or two Trojans there, but when you can tap into a chapter and you don't have to necessarily be in the city, that's just the uniqueness about the Trojan Tailgaters, I think.
Oh yeah, and it would be tough, especially considering you're a black organization predominantly. So
Right.
Yes,
if you limited it to a city, it would be tough.
yes,
Yeah.
You know,
that is
it,
the absolute truth.
And you bring up a good point there, Thomas, is
yeah,
that we really would like for all of our Troy alums to get involved. You
yeah.
know, if some of those guys, like yourself, you try to make one or two games a year based on location. Deborah and I and a few others, we're here. We're less than a couple of hours away. So as far as being on campus, that is what we do to represent the university as a whole. So this is also an opportunity for those that are interested in becoming a part of our organization. They can go out to TrojanTailgaters.com and become a member.
And
And
I've got to give it to you, man. I'm giving you your flowers and your applause, man, because we were talking a couple of days ago, and you said
yeah,
15 years in a row.
yeah, yeah, man.
Wow.
It's and Thomas, you can also probably think back to when we were on campus, and we just had we did football, we did Charles Place, we did a lot of other things
Yeah,
like that, and to come back and see the footprint of the campus have changed since we were on campus.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we played in a 10,000 seat stadium with a track around it, and you look at where we're playing now. I always tell the players when I talk with them, I said, you know what, we played in this space, but not this stadium. And I say, it's near and dear to me and a lot of other guys. So you got to go out there and defend the house tonight, or what have you. So,
And if you haven't been back, beautiful facilities and stadium.
yes,
I mean, I've got to say, Troy definitely puts the money into their facilities, and they've made it, a world class stadium. Let me
yeah.
say, and come on, man, give me the nickname you had.
Lucy,
That was it. That was it.
Lucy, yeah.
So, man, I got to brag on you, man. Two-time All-American, Hall of Famer. You're part of the legendary 1984 national championship team with Chan Gailey, and you and I, we were joking about the fact that Chan Gailey followed me to Atlanta, to Georgia Tech, and to Dallas.
Dallas, yeah.
But hey, man, that's big stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, really, it is. From all the experience you had, because I was there. I was there from 82 to 86. So I
Mhm.
remember how big that was. What did you learn, man, from that culture? And do you carry it with you today, and do you carry it with you as you lead this organization?
Yeah, those years were, I look back today and I said those were the transformative years of what the university is today. We came in 1983, 84. Coach Gailey just was a phenomenal guy, still is today. He and I talk at least once or twice a year. And the thing that he taught us is to do your best in everything you do, whether it's professional or personal. Just give it 100% because that defines who you are. And I have taken that over both my personal life and my professional career. Is do your best at everything you do, and once you do that, you'll be satisfied with yourself that hey, I gave it my all, and whatever the outcome is, hopefully it's always positive, but it's not always that way. But
Yeah.
it teaches you to bounce back for the resilience of just making life better for you and your family. And with that, I was fortunate enough that Deborah and I started seeing each other back in 1985, and
Wow. Long time.
yeah, yeah,
Special
yeah,
year. Special
yeah.
year.
And in a
Wow.
few days we'll
Yeah.
celebrate 35 years of marriage. So it's been a good thing. And like I said, Coach Gailey instilled that in those teams that he coached at Troy. And, to be honest, once you come around and you see the success of a lot of players that have gone on and done some phenomenal stuff in life with themselves and also their families.
And you mentioned that before I go to the next question, man. You've got players like DeMarcus Ware,
Yeah.
who is a Hall of Famer,
Uh-huh.
and Dallas Cowboys. I'm trying to mention. Well, I do know from the Cowboys had Larry Allen and Troy Hambrick. Those are the guys I knew. I think I remember who were Troy. Who else actually had success from Troy? Whose name got out there?
Well, you have Anthony Hinton. Anthony was the guy that came up in during our era. He was a member of our '84 national championship. He went on and he played a few years with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right,
And
right.
yeah, so Anthony did a lot of good work. You had Marino Filiar. You have a lot of the guys that really Mario Addison, who came in later, had a great career with the Panthers.
Mm.
Uh, oh yeah, we had Jarrell Jernigan who played Lawrence Tyne.
They
Those
played together
guys
on that.
played for the Giants. Both of those guys got world championship with the Giants. There you have
Wow.
OC Manure. So you have a lot of guys that have really gone on and set the footprint for Troy University football. Leotis McKelvin, one of the guys, he and DeMarcus were the first players from Troy selected in the first round. So there are a lot of guys that have donned the Trojan uniform that have went on and had really good success in the NFL.
And as if you're watching the podcast, you see Deborah is helping him out with the names. So, she's like,
I
Yeah,
know,
so
so
I know a little something about football.
oh, she's like, don't forget. And speaking of Deborah, you're the engine behind the community outreach. With your work with the tailgaters, your career in a nonprofit, that spirit of giving back is really clear. Why do you think it's so important to be involved in the community and do community service through this organization?
Oh wow. To be honest, I mean, for me, it's my passion. So to be done with the task of pursuing the service project part of the tailgater is so important. Just because what it does for us is it help us to see the people in the community, see what's what things are happening in our community. I just feel like sometimes we go on with life, and then we just really don't know the magnitude of the things that are going on in our community,
Hmm.
that we can, have been so blessed. We just had a conference the past weekend, and they highlighted a nonprofit or a program that they started on campus, and it's a food pantry, and it's for the university students. So this year, I definitely want to target that because who knew that our kids were going to school? Yes, school has become so expensive, and then you still have students, they're in school, but sometimes they don't have food. So they established this food pantry, and it's going to be an opportunity. We'll get the information out, but it's going to be an opportunity for whether you're a alum or a friend of the podcast. For $5 a month, you can help fund this. So it's an opportunity for us to be present, not only seeing us in our marriage, in our spirits, and having a good time, but also being serious about what our community, what's going on in our community. Um, I think we're here for a purpose, and I
Hmm.
always consider myself a servant. And so with that, that drives me to be not only a servant for the university, but also a servant in our community.
Excellent. Good stuff. Good stuff. And just a couple of things. And I appreciate y'all jumping on today on This is the G
absolutely.
podcast. Freddie and Deborah Thomas from the Trojan Tailgaters. as president, and I'll go to you, Freddie, and Deborah, just as much about football that he does right now. So
Right,
you can
right.
you can jump in. What? But what's the game day vibe like? You mentioned starting out in the quad, and also which home games. You sent me a list of the home games. What are y'all really looking forward to this year? And you even mentioned that even when it comes down to rivalries, the rivalries have changed.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
give me a little, give folks a little insight into what it's all about.
All right, let me just tell you a little bit about tailgating with Trojan Tailgaters. We have a group. It's a group of guys, and when I say guys, not gender preference in terms of that. It's a group of individuals. All have some ties to Troy. Either they're former football players and our wives, or just friends of Trojan Tailgaters. This thing, Thomas, starts about 8:30 a.m. on game day, right? So 8:30 a.m. You got guys out there setting up the grills. They're setting. Our tent is already there, but we're hanging TVs, getting ready for all of that stuff. Thomas Clark and Jarrell DeBartolabin, those guys, along with many others, they heads up Trojan Tail. They heads up the tailgating aspect of our chapter, and they show so much passion about it. They start cooking, like I said, about 8:30. Hey, if you come out there, if you're on campus, they'll put sausage and stuff like that on the grill, getting ready for our primary focus on that. As soon as game day come on, hey, they got the game of the week on, and you got Sports Center there, and you're setting up and just having a good time. And then around 11 o'clock, we tell people our tailgate starts at 11 o'clock and it's in about 15, 20 minutes before game time.
Wow,
And
wow.
that's a way of these guys getting ready to just have some fun. And the one thing that we look at, you can't tailgate and come to the game 30 minutes before kickoff and think you're going to tailgate, right?
No,
So
no,
we
no.
get out there, we set up, and people just come and go as they please, Thomas. The one thing that we were very intentional about is we don't charge anything for our tailgate.
Mm.
Now, we do accept donations, but the funding come from our membership from that perspective. So anyone who comes up and they want food and drink, it's no charge to them.
I have
We
experienced.
don't check
Yeah.
we don't check wristbands for entry and things like that. And I was near and dear to me because I
Hmm.
don't know what a person's situation is.
Yep.
And if we can give back, as the board said, from a community perspective, then that's what we're looking for. And as far as robbery game, hey man, we look for the first game, which is the excitement. But now we have become, when you and I was on campus at the board, we all started up. It was like Troy and Jack State, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now that has transitioned to Troy and South Alabama. So
Wow.
the big game is going to be South. It's going to be October 4th, I believe. And hey, we're gonna put one on that game as well as homecoming. So
Those are
it's
Mobile folks, right?
yeah, yeah. We have quite a few players that
Yeah.
play on Troy's team from Mobile. So
Yep. Absolutely. Mobile would represent at Troy, without a doubt.
yeah,
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
So
Hey,
that's that
no, go
passion
ahead.
there.
Go. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Deborah, you agree with him? All that, because
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. We love a good game, and and the thing about just the home games, just coming back and seeing all the people we've missed for the few months that they've been away. So getting to see the people and just the closeness. I love Troy because of that home. I feel always like we're family. It always that it's that family feeling when you're with our Trojans. So that's exciting for me. And again, just to see the people that we missed over the few months, and we just picked back up where we were.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. And I can't let this episode go by because on my podcast, when we do anybody we have on in the sports arena, in the sports world, they talk about what's going on in football or basketball, whatever the background is. So I got to add, Deborah, jump in I don't want to start a fight, but if you don't agree with Freddie, jump
Oh,
in. Okay?
you know
I know
I
you
will.
will. I know you will. But my pick for this year, and I picked them last year, but I really picked them this year, is Texas. Okay, I agree that they are number one. I
Yeah.
think for the first time in a long time, and I feel like they're a true number one this year because they've got Arch Manning actually starting. I was not a fan of yours starting,
Yeah.
for Texas last year, and I felt that that's the reason they didn't take it all.
Right.
So with that said, who do you see as the true number one? And I got to mention that Troy's playing Clemson this year.
Yeah.
And actually, a lot of folks are saying that Clemson, because they're bringing so many people back, they might be the sleeper number one. So, with that said, tell me a little bit about what you think who might be the number one. And also with the Clemson game, do we have a shot?
Yeah. Well, first with the number one, I think Texas is there, but let me just tell you, Texas is now in the SEC, and the SEC is one of those dominant conferences there, and the one thing that you have to look at is Texas is there, but Bama's a sleeper. I'm not. I grew up on
See, I knew if I was going to say something about Texas, Bama was.
Yeah. And so you're right. You're gonna and what I'm about to say is I think those two guys are probably gonna look at battling for the championship. Like last year was Georgia in Texas. And I think it's this year it's probably going to be Bama and Texas. Although my heart is at Troy. I don't care what you want. Anyway,
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm a Troy guy, right?
No said, no said.
But from just a college football standpoint, I'm going to say the SEC championship will come down to Alabama and Texas, and I'm going to let you toss the coin on that one.
Well, I'm in Georgia, so
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
But
and
let me
then
say, let me say this: I didn't think that Bama's coach was going to make it through the summer. So is he still there?
He is. He
hey,
is.
I was having a conversation yesterday, and the guy said if the boy don't perform this year, he gonna get out of there.
Oh, he gonna. Let me tell you, man. Yeah, he better win. He better be in
Yeah,
the
at
championship.
Alabama, you got to win. They're not quite like Auburn. Auburn to buy them out and get rid of them. I'm gonna give them an opportunity. So,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
as
Yeah,
far
yeah.
as that, and then let's just go to the Troy Clemson game. Uh,
And we know it's money. We know
yeah,
a
it's
lot.
it's a
It's a
it's a money game.
it's a
But
money
one thing
game.
about the money game, Thomas, let me just explain this to you. A few years ago, LSU paid us 1.4 million dollars to come down there and win. So, that's
Wow.
not bad.
Yeah.
So I think Troy, we have always liked to participate on the big stage, right? And I do recall a few years ago, right in that same stadium, I think they took it from us. The guy was fumbling the ball, right? We were leading. The guy was fumbling the ball, and the referee said no, he was down. He had the ball like right here on the back of his helmet. We covered the fumble. We at least run some time off the clock, and nobody know what happened. So
Yeah.
we're going in there for revenge.
Okay.
And
Because go ahead. Go ahead,
no,
Boris. Go
I
ahead.
would say, well, for us, Trojans, I say we slay giants. So, at the end
There
of
you
the
go.
day, that's what we do. If we'll see where it falls.
Giant Slayers. All right,
There
good,
you
huh?
go. But I'm like you, Freddie. The teams are like, look, we didn't pay you all this money for y'all to think you can win.
That's exactly right. We love
but
it.
but play them close, play them hard, and I'm cool. If
That's
they,
it. That's true.
Hey,
yeah,
let me
that
just tell you right.
yeah.
Let me tell you this right here, man. We got about 30 Trojan tailgaters that gonna make the trip, and we're gonna have a ball.
Yeah,
We're
you
gonna have a
should.
ball. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna be probably. I was talking to the athletic director a few weeks ago, and we're gonna probably be a few hundreds among a few thousand. But hey, we're gonna be decked out in our cardinal.
There you go. There you go. Uh, let's jump to the NFL, man. I got two quick NFL questions for
All
y'all.
right.
When you look at the NFL right now, who do you think is the team everybody's sleeping on?
Hey, I'm gonna have to go, and this is gonna be a dark horse. I'm a diehard Raider fan.
Mm.
But they won't be in the championship. Just put
I'm
that
gonna
out there.
say the Raiders are gonna play hard, but I feel as though your team there is it's gonna either be the Lions.
Yeah.
The Lions are, they were so
Absolutely.
close last year, and I think they got some blood on the hand there. They just got to come back, and I was going with the Lions on last year to win it all, and they had that hiccup right there, and
Yeah.
man, but
Yeah, they had who was the big defensive player who
they
got hurt?
yes, the
Forgot his
defensive
name.
end, yeah, the defensive end. I can't
Mhm.
call his name right offhand, but
That
yeah,
was a
he's a
huge loss.
big
Huge
guy.
loss for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So once he broke that leg, ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It was bad. So before I go to the next question, man, I got to ask, who hit the hardest on the team? Was it you?
Yeah,
If you ask Tatum, did he hit hard? What is he gonna say? Yeah.
hey, you know what I tell him today, Thomas? I
Because back,
said,
let me say this before you go on, Freddie. Because
yeah,
back in the day, it was a different climate, man.
it was. That's where I'm going.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Back in the day, as you indicated, if targeting would have been in when we played, probably myself, Anthony Henn, Thomas Clark, all of us would have been out of the game first
No,
because
man.
we went in to
Oh,
do some damage. We was like, we're gonna put some punishment on these guys if they get the ball, right?
yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
I'm old enough, and you're old enough to
yeah,
remember. And I respect the way he played the game. I know there were some incidents that happened, but
yeah.
I'm old enough to remember Jack Tatum
Oh yeah,
and Ronnie Lott,
lot, yeah,
and whoo, boy,
yeah.
I don't
Hey,
think these guys could play like that. I don't think they could play
you're
against those.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I always tell guys, I said, man, if you all the guys today, they
Hmm.
couldn't withstand it when we were playing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they taught you to be brutal in practice, be brutal in the game, all of that stuff. And my kids often, tease me. They said, "Dad, you got CTE."
Oh no, 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 no.
Yeah,
So that ain't nothing to joke with, man. Come on.
Yeah.
yeah. The boy says
But
it's so.
hey, that's how kids are, man. They don't
They
play.
don't
Kids are
care. They don't care. They don't.
cruel, cruelty. Hey, real
Mhm.
quick, my last NFL question. I got to ask you,
Yeah.
man. You're a defensive player, and I hate talking about the Cowboys, but I do have to talk about
Hey,
Micah.
hey, hey! I'm a Dallas from day one. Even though
Yeah.
they suck sometimes, but
Yeah,
still in
so,
my heart.
Micah Parsons. You're a
Yeah.
defensive player.
Yeah.
How do you look at this scenario, man?
I look at Thomas. The way the game is played today, you could be healthy today and you could be disabled tomorrow,
Yep.
right?
Hmm.
That's just football. That's the game that we chose. That's the game that we love so much, and that's when you say football is America's game, it's not a cliche. It's exactly. People get excited on all different levels when football season come, right?
Hmm.
Basketball season slip in, baseball season slip out, but man, when the last bowl game is played to the first kickoff next, people are counting it down and getting ready. Trojan
Yeah.
tailgaters, we're the same way. We're getting ready for it. So those guys, I think, like in Parsons' case, hey, pay the guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Pay
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
you look at that; those, the owners are, they are getting it. So I think. They owe him what he's asking for. Will he get it? Probably not. But will he get close to it? Yes, I think he should. He deserves it. The guy, pretty much, if you look at it, he carries the team most of the time on the
Yeah.
defensive
I
side.
mean, it's a $10 billion franchise. So
Yeah,
Exactly. They got the money to give.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And Deborah, we got to talk about you being a Cowboys fan. What is
Let me tell you,
it? Come on now.
before football was what it is, and I guess it's been good all the time. But in my
Yeah.
house, you was
Yeah.
either Dallas or Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So
Back in the day.
growing up as a child, I was Dallas, and I've been riding with Dallas a long time. They just hadn't been the team. They say they the America's team, but man, in the
Ooh,
last
since '95.
they Hey, they're gonna have to do something because other people are becoming America's team, and
So
right
true.
now,
You're right.
I still hang with Dallas. I wear a Dallas shirt or whatever, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I just love a good game of football, and I'm rooting for. I often root for the underdog. Like I love the Eagles now. I kind of root for a lot of teams just because. Sometimes just because of players.
You can say the Falcons. Come on.
Oh yeah.
The Dirty Birds. They've been. I can root for them, but
Yeah.
at sometimes after that. Uh,
Oh, don't talk about it. Don't talk
okay.
about that Super Bowl. Don't do it.
That's what I'm trying to get out my mouth. Like after that, I was like, really?
Yeah, we still
Y'all
in, we
did
hey, we're still in therapy over that.
Yeah.
We still
ongoing.
ongoing therapy. Ongoing.
Yeah.
Hey, Freddie and Debo, man, it's fantastic. I really appreciate you both, and I gotta, as always, give you your applause
Thank you.
and thank you for all the incredible work you're doing for the university, for the scholarship. And I've got to say this before we go. As of today, on Castropolis.net, we've got a special as part of our partnership. Enter,
Right.
register to win for Blues is All Right, the Blues is All Right experience for 2026.
Yes.
Yeah, we love
You're
the
going,
blues.
and you can go there, go to Castropolis.net. It'll soon be on your website. I'll be sending you details.
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
But 2 tickets to the show, merchandise. Hopefully, we'll get the meet and greet locked down and a stipend for travel. And
Yes.
again, it's at Castropolis.net. And the other thing is the radio station, Velvet Frequency Radio, will be streaming. We stream 24/7, but Saturdays we're dedicating to tailgating. So,
Wow.
so you guys will be a big sponsor, a big part of
Yeah.
that in terms of what we call Velvet Tailgate. So throughout the day and throughout the week, we'll be promoting Trojan Tailgaters. So everyone listening, you need to get involved. You need to learn more about the Tailgaters, their events, how you can get involved with the scholarship efforts. You can go to their website, well done website, trojantailgaters.com.
Yeah.
And all the information's there. Thanks again, you two. And y'all got any shout outs before we go?
Hey, yeah, we gonna shout out to all of the Trojan tailgaters and the Trojan Nation. Hey, around the United States, and some of those guys are overseas as well.
Okay. Come on,
Go
Deborah.
to
Don't be shouting out Cowboys fans on the show, but go ahead.
Hey, they probably mourning right about now. The season
Yes.
hadn't started. Yeah, but just like Freddie said, the alums throughout the nation, the world, wherever you are, because we do know Troy represents throughout the world. So we just want to shout you out and join any way you can. You can always go online. You can always join the Trojan Tailgaters wherever you are. So
Yeah.
Excellent. Good stuff. One more time. Freddie and Deborah Thomas, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules. Really appreciate it. Thanks you again. Thanks again. And y'all, don't forget all of our information's on the QR code. If you're watching this episode, you can go there, scan the QR code. All the information's there. Plus, you can go to castropolis.net.
Yes.
All of the episodes are there. Deborah, thank you so much for checking out the episode. She knew the vibe was on the the vibe was on the show. So
I see
so
it. I see
so
it.
so thank you so much for your support. And with that, y'all, have a great week, y'all. And gotta say peace and power to the people. Have a great week.
Thank you. All right. Thanks,
Thank you.
Thomas. Have a good evening.